Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Task Force Admiral. This is a game that's coming to Steam's Early Access program on January 27th, 2026. I am playing this about 3 days prior, so everything that you're about to see most definitely subject to change. There are a lot of features currently missing from this particular build. For example, there's no tutorial. I had to watch a couple of videos on YouTube, and I even went to the Discord and asked a bunch of questions there because there's a bit of a learning curve with this. But I will say, the people that I did speak to, incredibly nice people, and they were really just very helpful in answering all of my questions. So head to the Discord if you want some questions answered because they will definitely help you out. So as of right now, there's single scenario, and you can choose between, it looks like, two different ones. I don't know if more are going to be introduced over time, but oh, there's a couple there. Yeah, so there's not a whole lot right now. What I mainly stuck with, though, was the battle generator. There's also the museum, which I guess I'll quickly show you. You're going to be choosing, I believe, either the US or Japan. There's Australia in here, too, but I didn't see a way to play as them. I'm not sure if I was just missing something. But yeah, you'll be able to see the different ships and sort of cycle through that. I love stuff like that. And the water effects in this game, absolutely just gorgeous to look at. All right, let's go ahead and hit exit. Now, this fleet defense, I know nothing about. I didn't even click the button until now. Looks like this is some kind of early experiment kind of thing. Oh, look at that. You can actually fly. All right, well, I'll come back to that later. But yeah, apparently there is a mode where you can actually fly a plane, and it's called Fleet Defense down here. I'll have to look at that later. This is the first time I'm actually seeing that. All of my time was spent in Battle Generator, not Scenario Editor or Battle Replays, which, by the way, not introduced yet, but will be at some point in the future. There is a button that you can click on to enable like TAC view recording. I've never heard of TAC view before, but you can download this TAC viewer and watch your replays, but they're not like cinematic in-game stuffs. It's just like a very basic top-down little dots and little triangles and little rectangles doing their thing. So if you want actual like in-game replays, you'll have to wait for the battle replays. I'm going to go ahead and jump into Battle Generator real quick. And I have to stress, this is my third time playing, and I'm still not very good at it. Without a tutorial, I'm just kind of learning as I go. Now, you can choose between one or two aircraft carriers. They're called CVs. And then I always put my friendly air skill to elite because I suck. I need every edge I can get. And then threat axis, this determines like where the enemy roughly is. I'll go north. And then enemy forces, I'll just do one CV, but you can go up to 3 if you want. And then there's enemy air skill. I'll put that to poor. That's as low as it'll go. And then wind. This does matter. And one of the reasons was you can set waypoints for your fleet to go. However, if you're like launching fighters or whatever, it'll ignore the waypoint and then fly into the wind. I'm like, why can't I change the course of my aircraft carriers? And here the wind plays a big part in how the fighters launch because the aircraft carrier's runway is not long enough, so they use the wind to help get the planes into the air. I just thought that was really cool. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day. So, like, the fleet will ignore your waypoints in favor of where the wind is blowing and the like. So, I guess we'll do north. That's fine. Cloud cover, clear. Okay, and then here's that record TAC view file. I did that. Just be aware that the file size is fairly large. Okay. But I also like downloaded the free TAC view viewer, and it was just a demo, and I had like 20 days to play around with it. So I'm just going to wait for like the replay feature to be implemented. So I'm going to go ahead and hit start, and yeah, we'll show you around a bit, keeping in mind I'm still a newbie, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pause this down here. So on the very bottom of the screen, you'll be able to choose between your two different carriers. It's kind of hard to see. I've got the Yorktown and the Lexington. And that updates the timeline. This bar on the bottom is a timeline. You can see your missions, like takeoff, landing, different things like that. So you'll see that as I start like queuing up missions. But yeah, time controls on the bottom here, time scale. You can change the timeline between 1 hour, 4 hours, 24 hours. And this area, you don't have to really, this is like for immersion purposes. You can do everything that you can click on here, you can interact with on the very top. So here's my like map, I guess. And I set it so that the enemy is to the north. So what I want to do is create some kind of like scouting mission. So on the, I can either right click and well, actually right click on my carrier group, and I can click new air search, new strike, I've never done the split or merge task forces, so I'm not going to bother doing that. I'm going to change the waypoint that way. And I can either do new airstrike from here, or I can go to the bottom right and click on the search button. And then I'm going to click on create new air here. Now, this is where I can start looking for the enemy fleet. And you'll see a little cone pop up. You can rotate that black cone like so. I'm going to point it to the north because that's where the enemy is somewhere. And I can adjust some things on the left. I can change. See, this is where I get a little confused. SBD, TBD, I don't know what that means. If a tooltip would be nice. Is that a bomber group? Is that a fighter group? I don't know. If you have to be familiar with the lingo, it looks like. I don't know what SBD is or TBD is or the -3. I don't know what that is. So some tooltips would be really helpful, devs. Just saying. Anyway, so no priority target because we don't know anything about our enemy group yet. Shadowing, shadow priority target. I mean, sure. That way we can follow it if you find it. I don't know if it's a good idea. We'll do that. Starting angle just changes the black cone. You can just drag it as well. You can also patrol strength. So I can add planes to this, and you'll see a little you'll see black lines forming. So the planes will sort of veer off along those black lines and look for things to make it go. Star Trek joke. Step. We'll do 90 degrees so that I can get more coverage and then add maybe more to this. Now I'm launching from the Yorktown, so I need to keep that in mind because I'm going to be using some of my planes to launch from the Yorktown. I still have the Lexington should I need to launch more things. I wish there was an easy display as to like, I'm about to send 5 out. I want to know how many I have left. I don't have to go to a different menu to find that information. I want it displayed right here. Patrol strength 5, how many do I have left? Tell me just like a tooltip or some. You've got all this empty space to the right here. Do something. Like I would love quality of life information that I don't have to like search for or hunt for. And then patrol altitude. It can go all the way up to 15 feet. I'm going to go ahead and do that just for recon purposes. Search radius, you can go like short, long. I guess we'll just do this, like something like that. I don't know where they are. And then desired takeoff, you can change the time. Now, from my understanding, they will not take off until 6 o'clock because you can't do recon at night. And 6 o'clock is like the earliest you can do it, but you can change the time down here as well. I'm going to go ahead and hit accept. And I think we're good. Yep, it's in queue. I'm going to X. Okay, so if I change the timeline back to the Yorktown, and then I change it to 4-hour timescale, on the very bottom of my screen is a little blue bar there and a red bar. So mission spot search 1. So it's telling me on the timeline, hey, you've queued up this mission. And it says spot starts at 5:52, spot ends at 6. I don't know what spot means. I'm guessing like prepare to take off. I don't know. And then it says mission takeoff. Takeoff starts at 6 o'clock. Okay, estimated duration 95 seconds. If I go to 24-hour view, you can see around 9 o'clock, there's a red bar and a blue bar, and it says mission recovery. Cleaning deck before anticipated landing. So you can see like they're going to take off around 6 and come back around 9:30 is what that is scheduled to do. So that's an example of that timeline down here. Okay, so with that said, like we're now going to be waiting kind of sort of for everything to happen. But before I do that, I want to like prepare some defense. There are some other buttons up here. There's 3D view, which I'm still like playing around with. I don't have this like figured out yet, but I'll show you what I learned via the Discord in a minute. There's also this fleet manager. And this is where you can create something called defensive air ops. I'm going to go ahead and click that. Active patrol zone. I'm just going to create a new one. And because the enemy is to the north, I'm going to drag this box up. I'm going to click that. And I'm going to drag this box up because my fleet is going up. And I kind of want my planes to guard or create a screen on the northern front of my fleet there. So I'm going to do something like that. Whether or not that's a good idea, I don't know. But that's what we're going to do. And we're going to have the Yorktown manage that as well. I'm going to reserve the Lexington for bombing runs or extra things that I need. And then we've got this F4, F3, and the SBD. There's that SBD again. I'm guessing B is bomber, but I don't know. But F4F, also don't know what that means. I'm assuming like fighter. Tool tips, please. for the naval illiterate, tell me what these are. Okay, so patrol strength. I guess we'll have 3 is fine. But it says total assigned 6, and from my understanding, I could be wrong. It assigns double what you assign because like 3 go up in the air. Then they scout around. Then they run out of fuel and come back. But then you've got another 3 in reserve waiting to take their place. And then they kind of just keep swapping out. That's why there's 6 assigned. 3 for like A shift and... I'm just coming up with shift names. But like 3 for A shift and 3 for B shift. And then they just A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. That's my understanding. I'm going to go ahead and lower this to like 8K. Maybe 9K. 10K. How about 10K? And then... I don't know, like, that way if they come in super low, I'll see them. Or hopefully they'll see them. I don't know. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit accept. Okay, so I'm going to have some fighters doing their thing. Now, the question is, will that show up on the timeline down here? Probably. Let's switch back to 1 hour. Okay, maybe 1 hour's too... I can drag this. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know I could do that. Okay. I wonder if it's... Yeah, this is... All right. I'm a little lost now. Let's go to 4 hours. I bet you it's in here somewhere. Okay, let's hit play. Oh, there it goes. It just needed to hit... I had hit play, and now it shows up. Let's go back to... I can use the mouse wheel. Look at that. I could zoom in. Okay, so there's the blue. Mission spot cap 101. And then... So... Those guys will take off right after these scouts do, it looks like. And then we'll probably see like a bunch of... there's some other things over here. That's for Cap 102. And looks like Cap 101. So that's, as I said, like, so Cap, like the second group takes off. The first group lands. And just rinse and repeat that. Okay. I think I got that. There's some other buttons. I don't know fully what they do. This FDO in charge, I just leave that checked. That's like some AI stuffs. The AI will do things automatically, defend the base, engage all targets. I leave that checked. Okay, so we've got that taken care of. There's some other buttons that I'm still struggling to figure out as a newbie. Like this here, air plot. It's telling me search 1, cap 101, cap. So these are the missions, I guess. And from here, I can still edit them. And you can kind of see. But again, without knowing what VF3 means. Is that FVF thing? 3 planes and that? Maybe? If I had to guess. VSB, that must be. That 5 must be the number of planes in that group. I just don't know if I'm assigning the right planes to the right job. You know? Anyway. So, yeah, there's some buttons I'm still trying to figure out. But, with that said, let's go ahead and prep our bomber group so that when we do find it, we can launch it immediately. Because it takes time to prepare a bombing run kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on strike on the bottom right. And there's a couple of things I'm going to do. First, I'm going to have the Lexington do the heavy lifting here. And then I'm going to assign, I don't know. We'll do 12 escort. 12 fighter. Oh, here's the VF2. See, this is why can't the class be listed in other places where it's important? SBD is a dive bomber. I didn't know that. TBD is a torpedo bomber. Didn't know that either. Okay, so we'll assign. We'll just assign. I don't know. I don't know what's appropriate. We'll do 18 each. Yep. Okay. And these dive bombers. Now, one thing I learned about these torpedo bombers, they don't have as much range as the other ones do. So I sometimes launch without them. I don't know if it's the smart thing to do, but that's what I learned to do because I wasn't like they didn't have enough fuel as a group if they were in it. Pick target. I'm going to actually come down below and say early spotting. And there's no mouse over tooltip for this, but I believe it means they're not going to do anything until I guess I tell them to. I don't know. Deferred departure, from my understanding, rather than like on normal they launch and then they head out automatically. Deferred, they circle in the air and wait for everyone, and then they go as a group. So I like deferred. And then offensive and endurance. I learned that endurance means you lose some of your payload, but this allows you to go farther without crashing and burning into the ocean because you've got fuel. So I leave it on offensive for now. Desired takeoff, we're going to bump that head a bit until we actually find them. But yeah, we'll leave pick target alone. I'm going to hit green light for this. Okay. And I guess we'll close this for now. But in theory, the Lexington should now be like trying to do the things. Let's go ahead and switch over to Lexington. There we go. And if I go to 4 hours to, okay, so it doesn't look like they're like scheduled to do anything yet, but I bet you they're prepping to do so. Now, things aren't going to happen until 6 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward time here. Now, I'm curious if I can actually see the Lexington getting ready to do their things. I don't remember what buttons that is. Manage the task force. No. Okay. So here's a button. I'm still learning. So this tells you like what you've got going on top of your aircraft carrier, and I guess inside it. I guess blue means it says under prep, hangar under prep is what it's saying. And then deck timeline, it's scheduled. Okay. So I guess they're prepping these fighters. I don't know if maybe I was a bit too crazy with that 8:01. Maybe I should have left it at 6 o'clock. I don't know. But yeah, so it looks like they're preparing. Okay. Let's just fast forward again. And again, nothing's going to happen until 6 o'clock. So I'll just leave it on times 20 speed for now. And just sort of blunder through menus trying to figure out what I'm doing. Now, I do believe someone showed me that if you go to... Oh, did I do that right? It's hard to see right now. Let's slow down time for a minute. Beautiful. This is the part I like. Now, one complaint I have with the options menu right now is that it goes in increments of 10. 10 is still way too loud. So I had to go to my desktop audio mixer and turn the sound down further. I'm going to go ahead and turn this up for a little bit. That way you can kind of hear the waves. All right, let's go to the Yorktown, because they're probably getting ready-ish. What, 3D view? Oh, this is, okay, this is the Lexington. I was on the Yorktown. Okay, so this is the Yorktown. Now, around 6 o'clock, they should be launching. If I go to my, yeah, I think. Ah, there we go. Yep. Okay. So let's go ahead and fast forward time again. We can kind of see the sun coming up there. And you can also toggle between your other parts of your fleet in this 3D view, which is really cool. I like that. And this is my... I just realized, well, not realized, someone told me on the Discord that I could actually watch the planes go. Typically in your map, they gray out when they get too far away, but you can actually follow them via this panel over here, and I didn't know that. All this time. How are my bombers doing? I don't know. I have no idea, but now I can follow them, which is really cool. Okay. Again, let's fast forward time. Let's try and get this. It can go up to like 120, but then or 240, but then it like drops right back down again sometimes. Oh, okay. So did one just take off? I think so. Still learning the camera, so apologies there. How do I just go up? I'm not doing this justice. I'm really not. I'm just trying to go straight up. Here we go. They're launching. So if I go to air, and then ingress, this one here. Ah. Well, I hit a button. All right. Oh. Hello. Okay. Is that... I'm hitting random numbers on my number pad. All right, so if we switch back to map view, from here, we can now see, like, okay, that is... I wish it would tell... It says contact 0001. I wish it would tell me... It says CV-5. Maybe that's the identifier. I wish it would, like, tell me, like, what mission group they're a part of. Unless that CV5 is what it is. Like, when I see multiple planes in the air, I can't keep track of who's who. So maybe that CV5 is telling me that's part of that group. But yeah. Now you'll note that, like... There's a second set of arrows coming down. I think they're coming back, and my ship is going to be there at some point. As a reminder, if you try and set waypoints, if you right-click and go to Add Waypoint, the computer will sometimes ignore this if it's launching like operations, because like I said, it uses the carriers use the wind to help get the planes in the air. So sometimes they ignore your waypoints, and yeah. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. But yeah, so yeah, they're launching. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward time a little bit. That way you can kind of see them branch off. There they go. And okay, so if I hit play, I bet you this is the one that's, and that still says CV5. That says CV5. I think this is the one that's like patrolling. Right? I mean, I have 5 planes going out scouting. These guys should be just 2+ aircraft. Let's head over to Cap 1. Maybe that's what they are. Okay. Yeah, Cap 101 there. So that's CV5 is not what I thought it was. In this pop-up, I would like to see what group they're a part of, just so I can easily identify them, if that's a thing. Okay, so they're currently patrolling this Cap 101. They're going to go around this dotted line that I had created for them. Just sort of creating a screen on the northern part of my fleet. Because I know the enemy's north. So there's no sense in like creating a screen to the south. They're not going to fly all the way down there and come up. Right? So at this point, let's just let time go. And at some point, they will get far enough away to where we won't be able to see them anymore. they'll start fading from view, as it were. Now, I hope I, like, sent them out far enough. Well, oh, there they go. Yeah, see, now that's graying out there. So now we can't see them anymore. I mean, and I asked on Discord, I said, well, how do I see them from here? You can just come back over here, 3D view. That's I love that. Son, I'm sorry. They got us. Oh, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Anyway, watch your Indiana Jones, kids. So, yeah, we'll just wait now. We'll just wait and see. Let's go ahead and fast forward time until something gets spotted. At the moment, we just have the two groups. Just this one is patrolling in front of us, as we set it up to do. We've got this group here scouting. Hopefully they find something. Now, I'm guessing these dotted lines are where they're estimated... Oh, okay. Okay, so we've got a couple of things going on here. I think this is an enemy ship, but I don't know. It probably is. So what I may end up doing, the fact that it's probably their scout, if I had to guess. Let's get our bomber group in the air. We'll have the Lexington send their stuff off now. Let me see if I can find out how to get back to that mission. Let's go to Lexington. Yep. And then we go to missions. And then there we go. So we're still preparing this. Edit mission. So this is the one that we were setting up earlier, right? And we have it set for 8:01. How do we go back to like as early as possible? Can we do 7 o'clock? Best possible date is 8:01. Okay, so maybe we had it right. All right, so let's do 7:50. All right, fine. So it tells us anyway, 8:01. Now, I can't change this early spotting, so I still don't know what that means. Oh, now there's a tooltip. Okay, so let's go to pick target. We'll click on this guy. Now, that red circle is the fuel area. Like, this is where they take off and come back. If you're outside that red circle, that means, like, your planes may not make it back. I unfortunately cannot change this. Like, I can't add torpedo bombers to it. Maybe I'll create a separate strike group and just launch those as well. But for now, I guess this is good. We're missing something because this takeoff is not right maybe it's this thing. Let's try 08. Let's try 0810. No. All right. So yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me take off. I bet you there's a reason, and I'm just not understanding why. So what I could do is just cancel this. Yes, let's cancel the strike. Now, I wonder if the planes are still ready. Let's go to this, and then fleets, and then I want to see if there's anything on, like, the deck. So it looks like they were prepping, possibly. All right, let's go ahead and pause it real quick. And then we'll create a new strike group. So let's go to strike. And this time, that way we can add these guys to it. I'm going to go all in. 24, 18, an add all button would be nice. And you can kind of see on the right there, numbers changing. And then we're going to target this one there. Okay, so you'll note that if I remove these torpedo bombers, the red circle gets bigger. As I said, I noticed that these they have less fuel. But it looks like we're close enough. So I'm going to go ahead and have them launch as well. And then best possible date, 7:40 this time. Standard time, normal departure, offensive power. I still don't know what early spotting means, but sometimes those tooltips come up and sometimes they don't. Okay, but I think, yeah, now I can green light this. So in theory, they should launch now. All right, let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, I see on the timeline down here. Oh, I'm attacking. Oh, from the Lexington. That's good. Okay. All right. So on the bottom, we've got spot starts at 7:04. Then mission takeoff at 7:40, which is best possible date here. So that matches that. And then 7:54, and then takeoff. I don't know why there's two takeoffs. I wonder if it's for the different plane types. I don't know. And then mission recovery. So it looks like they're coming back around 9 o'clock, if I had to guess. Okay, well, sure. What I also want to do is I want to get more fighters in the air for defense because he knows where I am probably at this point. So the one aircraft carrier probably still has some fighters. So the Yorktown probably still has fighters here. Again, I wish I could easily see how many. It says floor capacity. I don't know how many they have available. So let's come here. Yorktown mission. No, we want that one screen. That one. So we want this one. And then we're going to go another air combat thingy. This group is going to hug. We've got a screen in the front, but I want these guys to sort of. I want them to fly around my carriers and protect them. So I'm going to sort of limit this like this, like just, and maybe up like that. So, okay. So yeah, I want them to kind of just really protect my carriers. I believe they're in the middle. Yeah, there's the USS Lexington and there's the Yorktown. And then we're going to add, I guess, 3 to that. Or do we do more? We'll do 3 here. And then hit accept. Now, do I have enough for another one? I don't know. Let's try it. Yeah, there we go. I'm going, now we know they're like northwest, right? So I'm going to like create another screen over here so that I'm hoping like, I don't know if it's going to work, but yeah, we're going to do that. Now, patrol altitude 13K, I'm going to reduce that to like 8K. That way, if we've got people coming in low, they'll catch them. Whereas that group here, I think, is pretty high up. So we'll do 7K and hit, how many can I do? Oh, I can go up to 9. Let's do that. I'm going to do that. I want all my fighters in the air guarding. Like, I need guards. So we've got that one. They're at 13. Can I change that? Let's go to 9K. And that one is 10K. We'll change that down. Because they could come in low, and then I don't want them flying under me, right? So hopefully that's good enough. Hopefully that's good enough. And I hope that this is going to work. Okay, so let's head back here. And now, are we fighting? I don't know if we're fighting. So let's see if we can figure out who these... Oop, I don't know. We want that. And air. Now, is this cap? No. Who is this? Who is that? Is that our cap? Possibly. Oh, yeah. Okay, so our fighters have seen them. Let's zoom in. All right, where are they? All right, that might be a little loud. I'm going to go ahead and reduce that sound a bit here. We'll go to 30. Red Leader Tally-Ho. Bogey ID'd as enemy twin engine bomber. We're about to engage. Okay. So we are on the way to engage. Let's go ahead and speed up time a bit. Oh. Time wasn't even moving. We were paused. Okay. That might explain why we were waiting so long. Oh. Oh, yeah, there they are. Ooh. Our guys are elite, don't forget that. Now, I wonder if there's a way to, like, view enemy ships? Maybe the contacts? I guess. Well, it's gone now. Like, that thing's gone. Alright, let's head back to this view, because I'm curious to see... Oh, we've got another contact? Unless that's the one that we just shot down. Let's fast forward time. I bet you that's the one that we just shot down. Okay, so it looks like they're returning back to the Cap Patrol here. And now my question is, are we launching... Because we have other caps that are supposed to go out. Cap 301, Cap 201. Okay, so we are going to be launching those at some point. Let's head back to the Yorktown. We'll go to Fleets, Yorktown, 3D mode. There they go. So it looks like we're getting ready. That's really cool that they're like... They show you this part of it. Yeah, so they're coming up from the elevator here. I don't know the first thing about aircraft carriers, so like I just thought that was like all of this is just really cool to experience. Looks like they're wheeling them back. Now this part right here gives me PTSD from Top Gun for the NES when trying to land the stupid Tomcat jet fighter, whatever it was, trying to land that thing on the aircraft carrier. Oh my god. This here. Go up. Speed up. Slow down. Go down. Wreck. So yeah. I don't like this view. But let's go ahead and fast forward. They should be launching or launching soon. And I think the Lexington should also be launching their strike group pretty soon. So these guys are still... Oh yeah, this might take a while. Cap 301. Estimated takeoff 7:01:28. I haven't seen any taking off, so maybe they're behind schedule. I don't know. I wonder if these are estimates down here and not actually like... Or maybe like at that time, it's not exactly, okay, they take off now. It's like the process is now rolling for them to take off and they don't actually take off until like a couple more seconds in past the deadline. I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. Yeah, they're still bringing fighters up. This is probably the big group. Like all those fighters I had assigned. Now, we still have our bombers from... I'm tempted, after these launch, I'm going to launch these guys from the Lexington too. Or from the Yorktown, rather. Let's jump to the Lexington real quick and see what they're doing. Did the strike group already go? I hear noises. Ah, there they are. So these guys must be that bomber group. Let's go back to the Lexington's timeline. Oh yeah. So this NAVS strike, nav strike number 2, that must be like navigation strike. So we're going to be preparing for quite a while on this. I had thought that like I'd prepared for it already by like around 6 o'clock. I was messing around with like that early group, but I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't launch. So maybe like, yeah. All right, well, that's fine. We'll get those guys. It'll take some time. Let's head back to this view and see if there's anything else going on. It doesn't look like it. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward time a bit more just to speed this up a bit. Jump back to the Yorktown. So it looks like they're in the air. I'm going to go ahead and actually get a second stripe group going from the Yorktown because we have some left over. Looks like we have 3 fighters left, so I guess we'll do that. So we're going to launch a second group. Just go all in, dive bombers. This is going to take some time. Best possible date is 7:46, so about a half an hour. We'll do normal, we'll do deferred departure, offensive power. Yep. Okay, we'll do that. And then we'll hit green light. So now we are prepping the Yorktown for a bomber group as well. And we'll fast forward time. Yep, so in the meantime, we've got our 3, are they called cap? Is that right? Oh, look at that. I can actually see the things happening here as well. It looks like they're preparing those bomber groups for launch.
Romeo, Red Leader, enemy snooper. 340, more than 80 miles. Angels high. Romeo, Green Leader, enemy snooper.
We still have our scouts out there, don't we?
More than 80 miles. Angels high. Romeo, Orange Leader, enemy snooper. Vector 340, more than 80 miles. Angels high.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what any of that meant. Romeo to Orange Leader, enemy snooper vector 340. I don't know what that means. Can you translate? Can we get an in-game translator? Does that mean there are enemy contacts? 34. What's 340 mean? Like vector 3. I don't know what vector 340. But it looks like we've got incoming. Now I should have scouts still, right? My search group. Where are they at? Let's take a look. These dive bombers. And it's a shame I can't like tell them, hey, if you're dive bombers, can't you like blow things up while you're out there? Or are they still, oh, they're back here. Let's go to 3D view. Oh yeah, they're way out there. All right, so long story short, we're not going to see our scouts for a while because they're all the way out here. They are going to come back, though. They are going to come back. Okay, so again, I'm waiting for my, waiting for the Lexington to launch that bomber group, and that clicking is very, there we go. So yeah, so both should be launching around the same time. Let's go ahead and speed up time again. So these guys left the group and just, so they left, oh wow. They actually went all the way out there. Okay, so let's go ahead and, oops, I hit spacebar. I don't know what that does. I think that switches between like a 3D view and a top-down. Let's find out what cap this is. Cap 1. And then, so they're all together? Are they all together? Possibly? It looks like they're together. I'm clicking and they're kind of, yeah. So let's zoom in here. Okay. The number key does stuff. There's that. Oh, hello. It's that golden eye face. Okay. Oop, oop. We're doing stuff. Let's get back into regular view there. Is that the enemy? That might be. Woo! Okay, dude, pull up. Oh, I'm under attack. And I think my game crashed. Okay, I don't think I lost too much progress. I think we're just at the spot where they're about to fight. So let's go, just to make sure I got it right. Let's go to missions. I just want to see if we have like our battle groups. Yeah, I have the Yorktown. The strike group is preparing there. Their take. Okay, so I didn't lose too much. Let's go ahead and fast forward time. Actually, let's get back to this air. And I think it was these guys. Nope, not them. Everyone's on the aircraft. Let's figure out where they are, because I don't know. I would love... Dive bombers. That's the search group. There's fighters. Let's try that. 3D. Okay. Hopefully we didn't miss anything. Oh, there they are. Oh, we're in trouble. Get out of there, dude. Oh, those must be bombers. That must be the bomber groups. I wish I could click on contacts and then, like, see them. Okay, dude. Pull up. We got some action going on up there. It's hard to really tell. I see stuff on fire. Let's switch to somebody else real quick. Section 2. Nice. Oh, okay. Did we... Oh, okay, so it looks like we have some help. I see a lot of streaks. I'm guessing that's good. Let's see where they are in the grand scheme of things. So they're still here. They haven't reached... It looks like Cap 301 is still sort of guarding this area. Okay. All right, let's jump back. They're on deck. I wish I could, like, get a notification as to who's shooting or battling so I know who to jump to. Woo! Ripping them apart. Did we get them all? There's still some... I can still see some flying there, unless that's... Unless those are ours, I'm not sure. Yep. Engaging. Oh, okay. So it does say engaging if you're quick enough, I guess. It looks like we're just mopping up everything. Oh. Yep, Japanese planes. Come on, you're literally right there. There you go. We got 2 of them out of the 3. That's not bad. Ooh, that's a hit. This says engaging. I don't see any fighters anywhere, unless they're on their way. That's American. We're closing in, I think. Oh, oh. No collision stuff yet, huh? Okay. He just ran right through him. Okay. Alright, so long story short, I mean, it looks like we intercepted them. They're not even near us yet. They're still like here. I'm going to fast forward time a bit because I don't want this taken all day. And it looks like we've got more contacts.
Red leader, enemy snooper. Vector 340.
Oh,
More than 80 miles.
we got more coming.
Angels medium. Romeo, green leader, enemy snooper. Vector 340. More than 80 miles. Angels medium. Romeo, orange leader, enemy snooper. Vector 340. More than 80 miles. Angels medium.
All right, so what's the deal here? Is that... I wonder if that's the bombing strike group. Fighters. Okay, so let's check these guys out down here. Dive bombers. No, they're down there. These are the bombers, at least for that group. What about this? Yes, so that's what we've got here. These are the bombers. I don't remember which one they're from, but let's go ahead and zoom in on them real quick. All right, so that's who they are. So it looks like we're approaching the target. We've got another enemy group coming there. Where is our fighters at? I guess... Is that what these guys are doing? Fighters cap 101, so are they possibly attacking them? I don't know. Let's go ahead and fast forward time again. I'd love to, like, focus on each individual engagement. Yeah, it looks like these guys and these guys are possibly about to duke it out. But I don't want the video ended up being too long. So we'll fast forward time.
Romeo, orange leader, buggies. Vector 330. 40 miles. Angels high. Romeo, green leader.
This concerns me.
330. 40 miles. Angels high.
Who? Okay, so this must be another strike group. Now, where are my fighters protecting this area? This happened to me last time. Like, I know I had cap group here. Why aren't they defending that area? Cap 102. Yeah, it's like, why don't I have fighters there? Well, maybe I do. I think that's my fleet, isn't it? Still nothing there. All right, still nothing. All right, where are we at? What are we doing? So it looks like we're attacking... I don't want to right click. There we go. So it looks like we intercepted them here. And I mean, it looks like we're intercepting them, which is good. Let's fast forward. I just hope that they don't get to my carrier. Okay, we're closing in. All right, and this group is... I wish if I clicked on it, it would show up like here. Like if I clicked on this, I want this to be highlighted over here, but it's not happening. Because I want the forefront people. Okay, it must be these guys, these dive bombers. All right, let's go ahead and 3D them. We should see them soon. We're turning. Did we lose him? Maybe we're looking for him? Let's take a quick look here. So, I think these are the guys, right? So, yeah, I guess, I mean, they're right here. So I don't know why they're, like, veering the way they are. Unless they're waiting for the rest of their group. I don't know. Let's see what they do. Maybe they're trying to spot it. They look like they're dangling. Oh. We got something down there. We got flak. I see stuff happening down there. That must be the other group, or I don't know, but look at all that fire down there. Alright, let's see if we can hit them. Kaboom. Kaboom. Splash. See if I can come down and see. I'm not getting a free camera, but they're definitely on fire. I I don't know how badly they're damaged. Was that all of our flight groups? We had another strike force. What about these guys? Huh? I see flak over there. I hear noises. Oh yeah, flak. Look at that. What's that, a PT boat? Destroyer, maybe? I can't tell. That looks like a destroyer. That's okay. We're going to ignore the destroyer and go right for the carrier. I think. Alright, it dropped its payload. Veering off. Again, a free camera would be really nice, but I don't know how... Oh, there we go. I could do that. Click. Oh my... Oh, I think it's sinking. Oh, yeah. Oh, that can't be good. Where are those torpedoes at? I'm curious. The fact that it's like leaning to one side, that can't be good. And I see some fighters on his deck there, so he didn't get to launch them all. Ooh. Was that a torpedo hit? Or was that a bomb, like, missing? I would love to be able to see the torpedoes, like, zip lining toward the target. That would have been really cool to see. Now, I cannot tell if that's it. Let's zoom to others here. I think everyone's on their way home. Let's see. Although, what is this? Torpedo bombers? They just probably were the ones that just did their thing. Yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do... I guess I mean, there's nothing else to do. I'm going to fast forward time. Now, I don't know when this is over, to be honest with you. We've got some issues there. I'm not sure what's going on. Probably intercepting our fleet on the way back. Maybe they're now just launching. Maybe counterattacking. Oh, we've got some issues over here. Let's go ahead and jump to our carrier. No. You want to go outside? Try again. Binoculars. There we go. All right. I don't see the enemies. There's a distinct lack of flak in the sky, so it looks like we're intercepting them before they get too close, which is good. Cap. All right, what's going on here? Resuming its original course, airborne and underway. Fighters from Combat Air Patrol. Cap Call 2 are airborne and underway. All right, again, we'll fast forward time here. I honestly don't know when the scenario ends. I mean, we had to have done some damage. I wish we got more information on this, and I wish I could, like, if we do a new strike, yeah, none of the ships are back yet, so we have nothing to strike with. Nothing to strike with. All right, let's cancel that. So yeah, all of our ships are trying to get home. Although now we've got these flight groups coming in. Let's just fast forward time again. Hopefully we intercept them. We are patrolling.
Romeo, blue leader, bogey, vector 140, 20 miles. Angels 10 plus. Romeo, orange leader, bogey, vector 080, 20 miles. Angels 10 plus.
I don't like the looks of this. I do not like the looks of this. Let's go ahead and jump into... Is Cap 1 dead? Did they get shot down? Okay. Wonder where our fighters at. Like, I know they're probably up there. I just don't know exactly where. It looks like we're possibly shooting now. I'm jumping around, seeing who's shooting. So far, no one. You can see the damage on the carrier on the right here. Vitals. Looks like we're still good to go. Debriefing and so Cap 10. I guess we'll be launching soon. It's really hard, like my opinion, it's really difficult sometimes to tell who's who at this point. I'm just going to wait until something gets closer. It looks like we're intercepting them, but I honestly cannot tell. I wonder why they're going... I wonder if it's because my carrier was down here and they didn't realize that, like, I'm up this way now. Maybe they might turn and try and get me. I don't know. It seems our forces seem to have disengaged with the enemy. Do you wish to stay in the flag plot or shall we head... Let's go to debriefing. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'll take it.
Victory in the Coral Sea. American and Allied forces, led by the U.S. Navy aircraft carriers, have inflicted a decisive defeat on the Japanese fleet threatening the Australian outpost of Port Moresby. It is the beginning of the end, all thanks to the courageous seamen and flyers of Task Force 17, led by Admiral Fletcher. Next stop, Bravo.
All right, I wasn't expecting that. Strategic victory and tactical victory. Let's see a full report. So, friendly ship losses, 0. Friendly aircraft. So we did lose a couple of aircrafts. So the F4Fs are those fighters. The SBDs are the bombers. The TBDs are bombers. Like torpedo bombers. That must be it. Okay. So we didn't lose any ships. We destroyed the Shokaku, which I think was the carrier. And then the Miyoko and Haguru were damaged. I'm guessing they were destroyers. One thing I would like to recommend to the devs, I'd like the classes here. I'd like to know, is this a destroyer? Is this a carrier? Is this a cruiser? I don't know. I would love more information here. I would really like some more information here. Okay. Keep in mind, folks, I had it on a fairly easy setting, and I had 2 carriers to his 1, so, you know. But yeah, that's a not so quick look at Task Force Admiral. Definitely still needs work, considering, like scenario editor, the replay stuff. I would love to see all that. But it's got a lot of promise. I hope the developers stick with it, fix bugs, continue to introduce content. There is a roadmap. If I remember, I'll put a link to it. If I don't, just remind me, and I'll put it in the comments. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.